The Marvel superheroes had a good run, 13 episodes each, and they were popular enough to warrant syndication that may still be happening. I haven't watched television since 2002, so I couldn't tell you, but it wouldn't surprise me even a little bit. And speaking of surprises, a rocket ship of some kind is landing right in the middle of the streets of Manhattan, and nobody seems to care.
What? Costumed assassins. In the heart of New York. And no one even notices. Has the city gone mad?
Or are you going mad? It makes me think of that old proverb, if a man calls you an ass, ignore him. If all men call you an ass, strap on a saddle.
I've got to stop them quickly.
Look out! It's Captain America!
One thing I don't follow here. All the people are just going on about their day as if nothing is happening. But if they really can't see these guys, that means Captain America is going through all kinds of weird gyrations right there in the middle of the street. Someone explain why that doesn't get people's attention.
That was a shot. It's Captain America. Who are you shooting at?
No, it wasn't me. It was one of them.
One of who?
Officer, I have two pieces of evidence to offer you. First, that bullet hole in the window. Second, the fact that Captain America doesn't use guns. If he fired that shot, produce the weapon. It seems clear that there really was something there. But we know Cap. All other things being equal, he'll doubt himself first. That's what happens when you spend all your time moping and brooding about this, that, and the other thing.
You might have merely experienced an hallucination. Now, suppose you lie down.
Couldn't you just test my vision, my hearing?
I'm convinced there's nothing wrong with your senses. We must seek the answers elsewhere.
Why not seek it here?
Doc, turn around. There's another one.
The doctor is acting as though he doesn't hear Cap any more than he hears the guy in the funny hat.
Now then, the sooner we get to the root of this...
It may have something to do with the fact that Cap is flinging himself all over the room and bullet holes are appearing in the walls, but this doctor doesn't seem to be noticing any of that either. When it's over and the assassin has fled, he wants to know why Captain America trashed his office. Doctor, once again, I refer you to the bullet holes and the fact that Captain America doesn't carry a gun. Whatever the Red Skull is using to do this, I don't think it affects Cap at all. I think it turns everybody in New York into a dimwit.
It wasn't me, Doc. It was just an hallucination. Remember?
Cap realizes he's not going to find any answers with this particular dimwit. I hope he forgets to pay him, too.
The mission, it has been carried out.
Just as you said it would.
Yes, with the help of this hypno-helmet. As long as one wears it, he can accomplish anything.
It's powerful enough to mesmerize all those people on the street and exclude Captain America. At this point, I have to remind myself that there's no particular continuity to the order of these stories. Hence, even though we've met the Red Skull in a previous cartoon, he starts talking as though this is their first encounter since the war.
During the final days of the war, in a hidden bunker, we faced each other in mortal combat, but fate ended the battle. Captain America thought me dead, but heavy pillars crisscrossed above saved me, and the experimental gas which was then released kept me alive for years in suspended animation.
They both survived because that wasn't an actual baroom sound effect. It's a barroom bomb. When it explodes, it turns everything around it into a tavern.
Thus it was that the three of us were brought to safety by a search team sent by the group called AIM. When they revived us, I realized their objective was conquest, as was mine.
Either the AIM boys didn't realize who and what the Red Skull is, or they thought they could control him and make use of his abilities. Either way, they made a big mistake.
Our hypno helmet, you shall destroy Captain America.
No, I don't know why he talks like this. But the Red Skull doesn't want to kill Captain America. He wants to humiliate and utterly destroy him slowly and with a maximum of discomfort. Hence the next mission for the Hypno Helmet.
This time, you are to hypnotize Captain America as well as the rest.
I understand. And when he awakes, he will be accused of a crime.
Correct. And it shall be a crime which you have committed.
Never mind the crime and everything else. Where can I get one of those bikes? On the street, a citizen is asking Captain America for his autograph. He says, "I remember you from the war. My son is in the service now, and he would treasure it."
I could finish off this costumed fool now, but I must operate according to plan. It is this innocent man talking to Captain America who shall be my victim.
Thank you. My son will be so pleased.
When I have done it, I merely leave the gun in Captain America's hand.
Or not. He knew the guy was there all along.
Without your helmet, you've lost your hypnotic influence.
How did you find out? How? The Red Skull swore.
The Red Skull? You said the Red Skull. Then he's alive.
It would seem that not only is he alive, his shtick hasn't changed a bit.
He's responsible for this helmet. He knew its hypnotic effect came from built-in subsonic frequency waves. But I outguessed him by placing a printed circuit beneath the A of my head mask. A circuit capable of jamming any hypnotic waves in the area.
Okay, I'm gonna cry foul, or at least patent infringement. I have no doubt that Tony Stark developed that circuit that Cap is taking credit for. Just like AIM invented that helmet that the Red Skull is taking credit for.
In the headquarters of AIM, behind locked doors, is an object within an ionic shell. The most powerful device in the world, a cosmic cube.
That little glowing box of worms is the most powerful gadget on Earth. While Cap is heading across the rooftops, he spies a pair of planes engaged in a dogfight.
An escape capsule. He's heading for the river.
He doesn't know who's the good guy and who's the bad guy, and it doesn't matter. As Horton said, a person's a person no matter how evil. He saves the man who's wearing the standard AIM outfit.
Stop him. He must be stopped.
Who? Who must be stopped?
The keeper of the cosmic cube. He's turned against us and joined the Red Skull.
The Red Skull explains to his aide that he managed to plant a mind control device on the keeper and then willed him to bring him the cube. AIM is made up of the best scientific minds in the world. As we know, basic science consists of establishing a hypothesis, then doing experiments to test it. Dealing with the Red Skull was a grand experiment that bit them in the butt.
You should have known. The Skull shares his triumphs with no one.
Like that. Captain America has grabbed a convenient nearby rocket, and now he's pursuing the keeper.
As his ship blazes over the slower jet, Cap pushes his ejector button and...
Made it. Now if the magnets fasten to my palms, hold fast.
Magnets in his palms, printed circuits on his hood. He's turning into a regular Iron Man.
I'm changing your flight plan. Keeper!
Captain America, you must not stop me.
I've got to get his gun before... That shot, the flash, it's blinded me.
I want to know why it didn't tear a hole in the fuselage and start an uncontrolled decompression, but that's just me.
The gun. Must find it.
As Cap blindly gropes for the fallen weapon, his hand accidentally presses the ejector seat button.
I still can't see.
Right now, that's probably a good thing. With the help of his magnets, he hangs on until they get down.
They've splashed down.
My sight's returning. The keeper. He's heading for shore. I've got to stop him.
Well, that didn't work, and now the Red Skull has his shield.
The Red Skull.
Good thing he can't throw it as good as Cap can.
After all these years, I have a second chance. This time, I will not fail.
In your fit of anger, you forgot my many devices, such as this stun gas, from which my skull mask protects me.
I will not fail. Oh, crap, I failed. Let's see what the Cosmic Cube can do.
At last, it's mine, the ultimate power. Power which can convert thought waves into material action. There is nothing I cannot do. Nothing.
All he has to do is think of something and it happens. So he can turn Cap into a banana if he wants to.
You have served your purpose. Therefore, be gone.
With that cube, he has only to think of something, and it happens.
Yes, we heard him say that too. What you gonna do about it?
He has become invincible.
Oh, I'm sure you'll come up with a way to vince him. Right now, he's lost in visions of grandeur.
I'll transmit mental commands that must be obeyed by all. Every able-bodied man will become a fighting machine.
Fighting what? If you have everybody on Earth under your command, there's nobody to fight.
I'll create matchless power. Power enough to carve a new intergalactic empire to the furthest reaches of space.
It all starts with getting rid of Captain America. Is he going to wish him away to the cornfield the way he did the Keeper?
Thus, before your very eyes, I mentally create an artificial being who is your master in battle.
Sure he is. 1, he doesn't have a shield. 2, he doesn't have over 20 years of experience. 3, Captain America is the hero and we're moving along toward the end of this cartoon.
He's gone. Vanished.
Of course. I wished him into limbo. Did you think I would permit any creation of mine to meet defeat?
He's a former Nazi. He follows the example of Hitler, so when it's clear that he's going to lose, he takes the coward's way out. He makes his tool disappear and starts to send Cap to another dimension.
Wait, Skull! Wait! Let me serve you.
At that very split second, with a single thought, the Skull halts the atom transfer.
Of course. You shall be my personal slave.
He's buying it.
And I, who am now your master, shall be fitted in a kingly suit of golden armor.
How much does that stuff weigh and how hard is it to walk in it?
Let me kneel before you. It is only fitting.
Yes, fitting indeed, for your abject fawning submission.
So long as your fingers are not fully closed, the cube's power is lessened.
Lessened, but not completely negated.
Let us be split asunder. I command it.
In a now or never chance, freedom's boldest gladiator smashes the cosmic cube from the Archfiend's hand. With his warped mind forgetting all else, the Skull dives after the cube,
Yeah, he definitely forgot something.
only to be caught in an avalanche of falling rocks. Pounded beneath the swirling waters, he is unable to rise, encased in a coffin of heavy golden armor.
The rocks were unnecessary. All that heavy gold is enough to keep him from getting to the surface. Maybe this is finally the end of the Red Skull. Yeah, sure. The cosmic cube is somewhere on the bottom of the ocean, probably under all that stuff. Cap is okay with that.
Weary but triumphant, Captain America prays that the cosmic cube, with its awesome power, will be hidden forever from the sight of man.
Spoiler, it won't be, and the Red Skull isn't dead either. Both will have a long and ongoing run in the comics. But this seems like an appropriate image to conclude the series with. Cap standing guard, ready to face whatever threatens us. This has been a crazy, delightful journey into the early days of our favorite superheroes. No retcons, no reimaginings, just some good stories from the comics brought to life by the miracle of grabbing a panel and animating the mouth. Now that we've finished the series, I have no intention of not watching these again and again. It's a little cheesy, but they're part of my youth. I enjoyed them then, and I enjoy them now. I've explained why in other places. I care about these people. They aren't characters to me, they're real people, and they matter to me. The ideals that our heroes represent matter too. Honesty, confidence, and concern for others can't be taught too much. And I did my best to live by those principles because these guys, my heroes, did. They were my example almost as much as my dad was. So yeah, I'll keep watching them when I need something uplifting and fun. For boosting your spirits, you can't beat these stories. So what's next? I want to stick with Marvel stuff, and I know there's more material out there. In fact, something is tickling the back of my mind right now. Oh, I'll think of it eventually, and then we'll get back together here and have more fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you do so because there's lots more content like this here at the zoo. If you really like it, consider becoming a patron. At the $2 level, you get access to extra content, including Hogan's Heroes. At the $5 level, you get that, plus an original painting by my wife similar to this one. And being a patron helps keep the channel going so I can keep creating reviews that serve as a front for dumb jokes. I hope you'll consider it. But regardless, I appreciate every one of you and hope to see you again soon and often.
When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who chose to oppose his shield must yield. If he's led to a fight and a duel is due, then the red and the white and the blue will come through when Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Seem to be noticing. Slow down. But not complete. Doesn't carry a gun. Neither does she, fortunately.